Justin Bieber released text messages of him falling out with a friend.
Whoa! Nobody saw this coming! Justin Bieber just dropped his own private text messages online. Yep, he straight up shared screenshots where he tells someone, "I will never suppress my emotions." He adds, "Conflict is a part of a relationship. If you don't like my anger, you don't like me. My anger is a response to the pain I've been through." Asking a traumatized person not to be traumatized is simply mean. That's deep. Now, we've got more messages to break down, but let's take a second to sit with what he's actually saying. And just so you know, I've got some solid guesses about who he might be texting. We'll get into that in a bit. But first, Justin is owning up to being traumatized. He doesn't spill the exact details, but just saying that out loud, that's huge. And now the big question, who hurt him like that? Was it Diddy? Was it the whole music industry? Remember, this guy's been famous since he was 13. He's seen and lived through some stuff most people couldn't imagine. Whoever he's texting responds with, "I'm not used to someone lashing out at me. It's not that I don't see and feel your anger." And Justin fires back with just one word, "Ouch." That one word says so much. This friendship? Done. Justin made it crystal clear. "I'll never accept a man calling my anger lashing out." So now we know he was texting a guy. Then he drops, "I enjoyed our short-lived relationship." Short-lived? That means it was someone who came into his world recently, not some longtime buddy. He goes on, "I wasn't kidding when I told you I didn't need you as a friend. I have good friends who will respect these boundaries." Whoa, that's a whole new side of Justin right there. Talking about boundaries. That's not something we used to hear from him. The moment I saw that word, it hit me. He's been doing some inner work, maybe even some therapy. Honestly, that part sounded mature. He's trying to walk away from toxic friendships without drama. It actually shows growth. But then, boom, it takes a hard left. The very next message from Justin goes, "I thought you were a punk, which is why I always kept my distance, but I was willing to give you the benefit of the doubt." And just like that, the gloves come off. One second he's preaching emotional maturity, the next he's throwing verbal jabs. This whole situation is getting messier by the minute. All right, so this confirms Justin definitely knows this guy. He's been in his circle for a while. Justin even admits he always had his doubts, saying he kept his distance until recently. Then he hits him with, "This confirms that you were the punk I always thought you were," plus a middle finger emoji. And after that, he drops, "Please leave me alone now." Brutal. The guy fires back with, "I'm a punk?" And Justin instantly shuts it down with, "Blocking you now." I mean, blocking someone just because they clapped back after you called them out? That's kind of soft. It's like he wanted the last word and didn't want to deal with the heat after. And seriously, where's Haley in all this? She's the queen of curated posts and brand vibes. She's built a whole image online, even with all the drama from that stalker situation. So where is she now when her husband's spiraling like this on social media? Later on, Justin posted a pic of himself looking like he's about to dive into some kind of fancy meal. It wasn't fried rice exactly, more like one of those hibachi-style dishes, maybe Benihana or something. He's in the middle of digital chaos and casually posting his dinner like nothing happened. Teriyaki, something, whatever that sizzling plate thing is called when they chop it up right in front of you at Benihana. You know the one. Anyway, whatever Justin was eating, it clearly wasn't hitting the spot, because after that he dropped another emotional bomb on his page. He posted, "We got our glasses on because I don't know why I made this so small." Then came the real message. "People keep telling me to heal. Don't you think if I could have fixed myself, I would have already? I know I'm broken. I know I have anger issues. I've tried my whole life to become like the people who told me I needed fixing, and all it's done is make me more tired and more," and he just trails off like he's that drained. He keeps going, "The harder I try to grow, the more focused on myself I am. Jesus is the only person who keeps me wanting to make my life about others, because honestly, I'm exhausted with thinking about myself lately." Then he drops, "Aren't you?" Like he's throwing that weight right onto all of us. But here's the wild part. This was all going down on Father's Day. While most folks were out there posting shout-outs to their dads, enjoying the day with their kids, or having wholesome moments, Justin's having a full-on emotional meltdown online. It's raw, it's real, and it's giving total breakdown energy. I seriously don't get why Justin is beefing with some random dude. Out of nowhere, he posts this pic on Instagram with the caption, "Writing how I feel about you." And it's a screenshot of messages that say, "Quit asking me if I'm okay. Quit asking me how I'm doing. I don't do that to you because I know how life is for all of us. It's hard. Let's encourage our people to not project our insecurities onto one another. Your concern does not come off as care. It just comes off oppressive, weirdo." Whoa! He's clearly in his feelings, but dang, calling someone a weirdo for checking in on you? That's intense. Social media is going wild right now. Some people are backing him, saying he's just being real, while others think he's snapping for no reason. The reactions are all over the place. Someone online clapped back hard, saying, "So you're traumatized, and that gives you a pass to treat people like trash?" Then they added, "He's got the emotional intelligence of a teaspoon." Oof! And it didn't stop there. Another person said it's giving addict behavior, and honestly, that's a serious concern. Maybe that's why his thoughts are spiraling straight into social media meltdown mode. One comment that really stuck out, there's a very important factor here, medication. They went on to say Justin's either taking something he shouldn't be, or he's off what he actually needs. And then someone else hit with a low blow. "If I didn't know who posted this, I would have thought it was Kanye." Yikes. It's not just the content, it's the tone. A lot of folks are saying it sounds like someone who learned all the therapy lingo online without ever sitting down with an actual therapist. One person even joked, "I've been doing real therapy for years, but hey, maybe I should just start calling my toxic behavior boundaries and skip the hard work." People are confused. Why would he even post these screenshots thinking it would make him look good? The whole vibe comes off more like emotional dumping than healing. Social media is eating it up, but not in the way he probably hoped. Every new post from Justin has people feeling more and more sorry for Haley. One comment straight up said, "I pity his wife more with every post, though she seems just as immature." Then Giddy Gabby came in with, "I pity his kid too." And yeah, ouch! Folks are already talking about how that child might never get anything close to a normal upbringing with all this mess playing out so publicly. One person got real. "I've been through some seriously awful stuff, especially over the last 10 years. But I make it my responsibility to get better for my family, friends, and coworkers. They deserve someone kind and compassionate in their lives, no matter what I've been through. It's hard work, but I do it for them and myself. Being angry all the time is worse." And honestly, that's a powerful contrast to what Justin's putting out there. Another person chimed in saying he's totally misusing the whole idea of therapy boundaries. "So that's cool," they added, clearly not impressed. Someone else took it even further. "His boundaries seem to mean, don't call me out when I treat you like garbage. And that's just plain irritating." And then there's this whole bit about his so-called good friends who respect his boundaries. People are reading between the lines and saying, so basically his inner circle just accepts getting walked all over? If that's what he calls loyalty, it's sounding more like sad submission than anything healthy. All right, let's get into it. Who is Justin even talking to in these messages? People are starting to think it might be NHL player Austin Matthews. Yep, NHL as in the National Hockey League. Hockey stuff. Apparently Austin plays for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And yeah, it's a bit confusing if you're not into sports, especially since hockey's huge in Canada, but the league includes US teams too. For the record, Austin's actually from the US. Now, no one knows for sure what went down between them, but there's chatter that these two used to be close. Not a lot of details about their history, but the clues are adding up. For starters, someone pointed out that they still follow each other on Instagram, which some folks think is a red flag. Like, if Justin was really that mad, wouldn't he have hit that unfollow button already? Plus, Justin's posted about Austin before. In one post, he even wrote, "my cap," while tagging Austin, and no one really knows what he meant. Was it slang? Was it about a hat? Or was he calling something out as fake? It's super unclear. And then Justin dropped this. "I don't remember a time in my life when I haven't been obsessed with the Leafs." So clearly, he's been a hardcore fan of the team. And by extension, probably tight with Austin. If that's who he's beefing with, things just got real personal. Justin recently posted, "This year we made it farther than we have in so long, and I'm so happy I could be patient because I know this team will do it." Right after that, people started piecing things together. Fast. A bunch of folks are convinced he's been texting Austin Matthews. I mean, seriously, who actually thinks he was going off on Benny Blanco? That theory feels way too shallow. Benny's been in Justin's close circle for years. That wouldn't line up with Justin calling it a short-lived friendship. Remember, Justin literally said, "At first I thought you were a punk, so I kept my distance." That sounds like someone he just got close with, not someone like Benny who's been rocking with him forever. The vibe doesn't match. But there's another name floating around, Timothee Chalamet. Yep, some fans think the drama might be tied to him. These two only recently started hanging out, mostly through their partners, Hailey and Kylie Jenner. So that fits the short timeline Justin was talking about. They were seen chilling together not long ago. And with how fast Hollywood friendships move, it wouldn't be surprising if things got weird behind the scenes. Justin's cryptic posts and that one-liner about keeping his distance from someone he didn't trust at first, that could be aimed at either one of them, but the internet is leaning hard toward Austin right now. The clues are stacking up. So that short-lived relationship Justin mentioned in his text, that's why some people are pointing fingers at Timothee Chalamet. The timeline actually makes sense. They only recently got close. A couple of months back, when Justin was going through that messy split with Scooter Braun and even some tension with his Drew House crew like Ryan Good, reports started popping up about Justin and Timmy linking up. So that could have been when the friendship started brewing. Thing is, we don't really see them hanging out in public much, but insiders say they met through Hailey and Kylie, and they've been tight since then. Word is, Justin sees Timothee as a legit confidant. Someone he trusts, opens up to, and even turns to for advice. That kind of closeness? It definitely adds weight to the theory that Timmy might be the one on the other end of those intense texts. Sources claim the two would often meet up in LA, grabbing food and coffee at hotel cafes in Beverly Hills, super low-key spots for some privacy. Makes sense, especially if they're having those deep convos that you don't want randoms overhearing. What's wild is they bonded over growing up in the spotlight. Justin obviously was a full-blown global pop star at 13, while Timmy got his start in kid commercials, short films, and even had a guest role on Law and Order. Yeah, that surprised me too. Their childhood fame probably gave them a rare kind of connection most people wouldn't understand. Timothee definitely gets what it's like to start grinding young, so it makes sense that he and Justin would connect on that level. Plus, Timmy's known for handling fame with way more chill than most, and people say he actually gives Justin solid advice. Honestly, when I first started digging into all this, I didn't think the mystery texter could be Timothee, but now I'm kind of convincing myself it is him. He seems like the type who would keep things low-key, stay loyal, and actually listen, which might be exactly what Justin needs. Something about Timothee just gives off patient friend energy, like the dude who'll sit there and let you vent without judging you. There's a reason everyone in the industry wants him in their corner. Then someone online dropped a bomb. Justin Bieber's obviously manic, and everyone's acting like he's okay. And that hit different. Because honestly, it's kinda true. When Britney Spears posts something even remotely off, the internet goes wild. The headlines never stop. But when Justin's out here spiraling in real time, people just brush it off or say, respect his privacy. It's weird how fame works, right? The double standards are real. People are watching Justin unravel and still acting like it's just another Tuesday. But behind all these posts, there's clearly something way deeper going on. And it's not just about clout or drama anymore. At some point, you gotta call it what it is. This whole situation with Justin feels like a serious cry for help. And while people are trying to figure out who he was texting, one name that popped into my mind was his close friend, Eddie. You know, Eddie Benjamin, the Australian singer he's always hanging with. These two are inseparable lately. Honestly, the way they travel together, post all those cozy pics, and constantly hang out, it's got people talking. Some folks even believe there could be something more going on between them, like a private relationship behind the scenes. Allegedly, Justin spends way more time with Eddie than with Hailey, and their social media posts, hearts, selfies, vacation snaps. It's giving major ride or die energy. Now, Justin's always been around his boys, but this friendship stands out. One person commented, "This friendship is strange. Eddie must be his new best friend," and it's hard to argue with that. They're literally always together. That's why some fans think Eddie might be the one Justin was texting during that heated exchange. But here's the thing. Justin and Eddie have been tight since around 2022, so it doesn't exactly fit that short-lived description Justin mentioned in the texts. Compared to Timothy, who just recently popped in a Justin's circle, Eddie's been around a bit longer. Still, their bond is strong, and with how emotional Justin's been lately, anything's possible. Turns out Eddie wasn't just hanging around. He was actually featured in Justin's documentary. And lately, Justin's been getting spotted everywhere with him. One moment that really raised eyebrows, the two were seen leaving the Golden Globes after party together, with Justin giving Eddie a full-on cuddle. And guess who wasn't there? Haley. She didn't show up to that event at all. Now, I don't want to stir anything up, but is it just me, or does it seem like Haley might be a little jealous of Eddie? I mean, can you blame her? Justin's out here posting hearts for this dude, taking him on fancy trips, looking like he'd drop everything for him, and cuddling at the Chateau Marmont. That's not just bros being bros, that's low-key romantic. The way Justin looks at Eddie, the attention, the constant presence, it all feels way more than a casual friendship. It's sweet, it's intense, and it's definitely caught the public's attention. But now I want to hear what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Who do you think Justin was texting? Thanks for sticking with me through this video. I really hope you liked it. I know the last one about Justin Bieber didn't get a ton of views, but honestly, I had to keep covering this. When I saw what he posted yesterday, my stomach dropped. Like, for real, I was anxious. Maybe it was partly from that car accident I witnessed too, but still, it had me feeling off. This whole situation just feels heavy. And real quick, if you're into celeb drama, scandals, and behind the scenes, you need to subscribe to NoFilter right now. We're dropping 2 new celebrity gossip videos every single day. Yes, 2! That's double the drama, double the chaos, and double the fun. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button like the video, share it with your messy group chats, and drop a comment telling me who you think Justin was texting. I'm dying to hear your theories. I'll catch you in the next one, and trust me, it's going to be juicy. Bye, guys!